Okay, so on this ST-16, what I had to do was, there's all these bolts here, even here, over here, here and here, here. In order to get to these two bolts here, you have to take these little rubber deals, just pry them off. There's like a sticky stuff on them. Takes that off there. And then always remove your battery when you're doing work on it. So what I'm doing is getting into it. It's been many years since I got into this one before. So hopefully I got all these screws in here. They're all hex head screws. So Allen, looks like I got them all loose. And then take out your SD card, if I remember right. Just drop out all the screws. Always put, have something to put your screws into. And so what I did was I put some towel and some foam down, so when you're working on it, it makes it a little bit easier on the controls. This one in here is a real tiny one. It's a different size. It's like a, what is it, 1/16. The other ones, I believe, they were 5/16, and it this is standard, so it's probably most likely metric. It was more accurate on the sizing on it. So just keeps turning. It is a hex head. Allen. I know Richard Gilmore says it's Torx, but these aren't Torx. It just keeps turning, and it's not coming out. So sometimes with that, you're just going to have to pry it. So we can have one. Yeah. That's bigger. It's the 332 than. There it is. Okay. So. Looks like they're all out except for that one stubborn one. And see if I can pry it apart. And why I'm doing this is I got to get in there and clean the inside of it. The controls on were kind of sticking. So what I have here is electrical cleaner and the air to blow it out. The last time I'd had this thing apart, I added an extra video output on it. So see, it has the 2 telemetry and 2 videos. What's the problem with it? I wish I had done a video on it the last time I had this thing apart. No screw there. Just a rubber plug. So, not that I don't know if I'm going to publish this on YouTube or some platform, but it's always good too when you're taking something apart, because then the next time you got to get in there, you can have a video reference of it. And that's exactly what I did. Was I did a video reference on it on Richard Gilmore's web page. Ooh, there goes that little one. Finally come out. And I noticed Richard hasn't posted anything for. Last time he posted was about 9 months ago. He was one of the foremost drone guys on this platform and others. I just don't know what's. This side's all free here. But for some reason, this side is not. I don't see any other. Aha! And there it is. I missed some screws underneath that rubber stuff there. Voila. That's the problem. Like the old saying, best not to force something. Keep investigating until you find it. Okay. Now, that should come out. Yes. There we go. Okay, so that's what's, in case you've never seen inside your ST-16, that's what's in there. So, right here, these wires that you have here, and this black one right here, these are your antennas. So like this one, it goes over to these control boards, and these just snap on. You can order these online. They just unplug, so let me point you to it. So right here underneath that tape there, you just follow them out. And you know, like if you had one of the older ones that didn't have the upgraded antennas, you can add them on to them, because each one of these control boards, if I remember right, it has two plugins. So I don't know why the company originally was being cheap and only put one. So you they just snap on, really, just pop them out, snap them on. You just have to know which one is for your video, which is the 5.8 gigahertz or the 2.4 gigahertz, which are your telemetry antennas. So what I'm going to do is these units here, this is your controllers. They tend to build up dust and get in them, and then the pickups on them don't work. So what I'm going to do is blow all the dust out of it and hit it with some electrical cleaner, and then blow it out again and see how that fixes things. So what we'll do is put some paper underneath it to capture some of the chemicals that come off, so it doesn't get into my table. And I'm going to hit it with the electrical cleaner first. So it's also another point I'd like to add too is best to keep these in a case or something when it's not in use, because they collect dust. And even these, well, let me here clean it, these little fans right here, they will start making some noise when they build up gunk on them, like a growling noise. So you just clean the fans. If you saw those, basically they're these fans right here. It gets a buildup of dust and stuff on them. Like, yeah, I'm sure you've seen other computer fans, same thing, they build up dust and slows them down. Well, on these, they start making a sound, like a growling sound for some reason. Alright. So that's about it. What I wanted to do with it, clean it out. I wasn't doing any modifications, just mainly that. So I'm gonna let that go ahead and dry, and then I'll come back, put it together. So putting it back together is pretty simple. Just reverse taking it apart. You're gonna put all those bolts back in it, screws. Put these, pop them back on. Make sure that you line your SD card when you put it in, and your little charge plugs in this one. Other than that, and then I took the little controllers off just to kind of make a little lower profile. So when you put those back on, basically, yeah. And then put all your switches back in order. So the foam just kind of protects that while you're working on it. So that's about it. I won't bore you with the smaller details. Another thing what I have to do is where this antenna got damaged, so I have to do some soldering and put it back together. Broke off there, on there, slice that back off. Pretty simple. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.